Every paper you write, every presentation you give, it's something you're building. And if you have the right tools and a solid blueprint, you can build something seriously powerful. All right, let's crack open this playbook and get to work.
We have all been there. That blinking cursor on a totally blank page, it can be incredibly intimidating, right? It's that moment you realize that communicating your ideas in a university setting is a whole different ballgame than, say, texting your friends.
And that's because, really, it's like you're learning a whole new language. I mean, think about it. You're shifting gears from the casual, everyday way you talk to a new mode that's formal, that's structured, and that's built on a foundation of solid evidence. It's not just about what you say, it's all about how you build your argument.
So, where do you even begin? Well, you start with the blueprint. Every solid structure needs a plan, and in the academic world, that plan is exactly what makes your ideas clear, coherent, and totally credible to your reader.
And a really common, super useful blueprint is something called IMRAD. It's an acronym, and it stands for Introduction, Methods, Results, and Discussion. It's pretty much the gold standard for papers in the sciences and social sciences.
What I love about this framework is how it breaks the entire research process down into 4 simple questions. The introduction, that's the why. Why should anyone care about this research? The methods are the how. How exactly did you do it? The results are the what. What did you actually find? And finally, the discussion is the so what. What does it all mean?
So let's dig into that why for a second. Your introduction really is a roadmap for your reader. It starts out broad to hook them in, gives them the background they need, and then it zooms right in on this one crucial thing called the research gap. Think of it like this. It's the missing piece of the puzzle that nobody else has placed yet, and you're about to put it right in.
All right, next up, the how and the what. Your methods section. It's all about being totally transparent. You lay out your process so clearly that someone else could come along and repeat your work perfectly. Then, the results section just presents the data. No opinions, no interpretation, just the cold, hard facts of what you discovered.
Okay, so here's the thing. No great structure is ever built from scratch, right? You build on a foundation that other people have already laid. In academia, that means using and giving credit for existing knowledge. This is all about credit and credibility.
So, why do we have to cite everything? What's the big deal? Well, first off, it's about giving credit where credit is due. It's just basic respect for the original authors. But it also does something huge for you. It builds your own credibility by showing your work is grounded in real research. It also acts as a map for your readers so they can find your sources. And, of course, it's how you avoid plagiarism, which, trust me, is a massive deal in the academic world.
Now, there are a bunch of different systems for this, but one you're going to see all the time, especially in the social sciences, is called APA style. It just gives you clear, simple rules for how to format your citations, both inside your text and in that final reference list.
So, what does that actually look like on the page? Well, for a direct quote, you use their exact words, you pop them in quotation marks, and you always include the author, the year, and the page number. Pretty straightforward, right?
But honestly, you're probably going to be paraphrasing way more often. Here, you're taking that core idea from Madronio and Martin, but you're putting it into your own words. The wording is new, but the credit is still there. And that's the absolute key takeaway here. If the idea didn't start in your brain, you have to give credit, period.
And this skill, this art of weaving other people's ideas into your own work, it's a real craft. It's how you go from just reporting what other people said to actually finding your own academic voice. And it is one of the most important tools you are ever going to develop.
And there are 2 main tools for the job: paraphrasing and summarizing. Think of it this way. Paraphrasing is for when you want to zoom in and use a specific detail from a short passage, but in your own style. Summarizing, on the other hand, is when you need to zoom out and capture the single main idea from a much longer text, like a whole chapter or article.
And look, getting good at this stuff isn't just about staying out of trouble. It is the ultimate proof of comprehension. When you can accurately paraphrase and summarize a source, it's proof that you've really wrestled with the material and you're ready to use it to build your own original argument.
Okay, so you've done it. You've built this amazing paper. The structure is solid. The foundation is credible. So now what? Well, you've got to showcase it. It's time to take your work from the page to the stage.
Now, when it comes to making slides for a presentation, there is one super simple, really powerful rule of thumb that will save you so much trouble. It's called the 6x6 rule.
It's this: no more than 6 lines of text on a slide and no more than 6 words on each line. And why is that? It's simple. You want your audience to be listening to you, not getting lost trying to read a novel on the screen behind you.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day. The slide on the left, it's a total wall of text. Your audience is just going to check out and try to read it. But the one on the right, it's clean, it's crisp. It gives them the main idea instantly, which lets you, the speaker, fill in all the interesting details. That's effective communication.
And you know what? The structure of a winning presentation should actually feel pretty familiar. In the introduction, you hook them in, and you basically tell them what you're going to tell them. Then in the body, you tell them, you guide them through all your key findings. And finally, in the conclusion, you summarize your main points, you tell them what you told them, and you open it up for questions.
All right, so as we start to wrap this up, I want to pull back a little bit. We've talked about all these different tools, structure, citation, presentation skills. But what is all this really for?
Because, listen, all these skills, they aren't just random rules or academic hoops you have to jump through for a grade. Learning to structure an argument, to credit your sources, and to present your ideas clearly, that's your ticket. It's your entry pass to this huge, ongoing global conversation that's happening right now in your field of study.
And that's really the heart of it all. This isn't just about following rules. It's about learning the language of your field so that you can earn your voice and add it to that incredible chorus of scholars and researchers who came before you.
So, you've got the blueprint. You've got the tools in your playbook. The only question left, and it's the best one, is what are you going to build?